Secret Life of Pets 2 is not just a movie you put on for your kid so you don't have to raise them. It's the movie you put on for your kid so you don't have to raise, but also you don't like them. And you want that kid to suffer. Now, you're not going to put on Platoon or, some type of horror movie, Saw movie, okay? You're not trying to raise a psycho, all right? You're still going to pick a kid's movie. I mean, you still love them. You just don't like them. You don't like them because they, took the best parts of your life and they continue to take. And so, even though you don't want them to die, you don't want them to be happy. Secret Life of Pets 2 is Secret Life of Pets 1, except now there's a baby in it. There's a baby now being raised by two dogs. There are parents in the movie, I think. They're kind of hanging around, but they're not really interested in raising their kid. So they leave it mostly up to the two dogs who act like a non-traditional gay couple. Also in the movie is Kevin Hart, who plays the white bunny named Snowball, which I believe is a reference to Full Metal Jacket.
What's your name, scumbag?
Sir, Private Brown, sir!
Bullshit! From now on, you're Private Snowball.
Now, that might be a coincidence. Or maybe the filmmakers intentionally made the reference, referencing a movie about America's genocides and imperialism, hidden within a film, just as the effects of our war-driven actions, of our need to invade other countries, is constantly with us in every form of our media, of our culture, and of our identity. Just like in The Shining, where throughout the halls of the Overlook Hotel there are pictures of Native Americans and Native American iconography. Just hidden beneath the surface, like ghosts. Our need for conquests is in every single part of our existence as an American, including Secret Life of Pets 2. Now, what's interesting about the bunny is when we open on Kevin Hart's character, it's this little 5-year-old girl who is psychopathically swinging this little animal around. And I couldn't help but think that in real life, if this was a 5-year-old child who behaved that way with an animal, that animal would hate it. That bunny's life would be filled with utter terror. It would live in a cage filled with its own shit, awaiting its horrible primate master to return home and dress it up and make it sit down upright, even though it doesn't have a spine or a body type that would need to sit upright like that. The film, written by professional writers, is divided up into 3 storylines. You have the first one we just mentioned, which is what if 2 dogs raised a baby? The second storyline is what if a bunny and a dog helped a tiger escape a circus? And the third storyline is what if a dog pretended to be a cat? These are college-educated writers, people who went to school, who got degrees, people who are supposed to be at the top of the Hollywood industrial complex. They work for a major animation studio. And this is the best they can come up with. If there was ever any proof that college doesn't work, that the American empire is really nearing its collapse, it's the movie Secret Life of Pets 2. It says it all there in plain English. This is why we need to let AI take over Hollywood. We can't compete with computers. This is the best we can come up with. The 2 main dogs with the baby, they go to a farm for vacation, where they meet a farm dog named Rooster. Rooster is a boomer. He's an old man who worked his whole life, lived on a farm, was alive during the capitalist boom of the 1980s, the malaise of the 1990s. In the national fervor of 9/11, he sees these city dwellers, this non-traditional gay dog couple, and he doesn't get them. He doesn't know how to speak to them, the boomer dog. So he decides to tell them how to raise their kid and teach the small dog how not to be a pussy. The story with the main dogs is probably very familiar to a lot of non-traditional, modern, liberal couples. You go out to farm, where you have to deal with a boomer parent or grandparent telling you how to raise their kid, and then talking about some trauma they endured, like how there was that time their little cousin fell out of the back of the truck and got a speech impediment, or how their parents used to smoke cigarettes in front of their faces, and the walls and paint were filled with lead and asbestos. These were not traumatic things, these were good things, according to the boomer. It built character. And they would later go on to raise the generation that would become the parents in Secret Life of Pets, both the dogs and the actual humans. That storyline ends with the small dog, voiced by Patton Oswalt, learning how to not be so afraid. And that's pretty much it. This movie is Illumination humping the dead corpse of Secret Life of Pets for one last pathetic, weak, flaccid orgasm to squeeze out what little droplets of profit are left in this IP, which on its face could be a part of an Onion article about a fake animated movie making fun of Illumination and Pixar and DreamWorks. I recommend this movie. I recommend you go home and you watch it. You focus on it. You watch it as an exercise of self-flagellation, as a punishment. Remember that we invaded Iraq. We started proxy wars in the Ukraine and other places. We're allowing for other nations that are our allies to commit atrocities, not just the ones you're thinking of. We did all that so that we could have Secret Life of Pets too. So that we can go out and consume. We can enjoy the supple fruits of our empire. I give Secret Life of Pets 2 5 mega stars. I want to remind everybody that this is why we can never have free healthcare. If you want Secret Life of Pets 2, you can't go around taxing the entrepreneurs and the businessmen who make these great artistic cinematic experiences. So the next time you want to complain about the wars that we're currently a part of, or that we started, or the genocides we did, I want you to remember what it's all for. It's for Americans. It's for Americans to go to a movie theater, sit down, eat an unhealthy amount of salt, wash it all down with sugary sodas, and watch Secret Life of Pets 2. That's why we went to Iraq, for Secret Life of Pets 2. So we can sit down, put food in our mouths, and watch a dog pretend to be a cat.